Hey guys, so I'm back making a video about Pretty Little Liars. I'm gonna try and keep this video relatively short because I actually don't have that much to say about the latest episode. I know that I said in my last video talking about Pretty Little Liars that I was gonna have a lot of videos to make leading up to the final episodes, but the last two episodes I didn't really feel like I had anything to say on them, but still thought I would make a video to talk about them, mainly just to talk about Mona, because Mona's amazing and I love her, and she was back in this episode and she was trying to help Emily find out who the father is of her child, which didn't really go anywhere. They didn't really find a name. They got his ID number. Towards the end of the episode, Emily comes up to Mona and she's like, Mona, I think I've tracked down this guy, and also this is a burner phone that was found in Spencer's house, can you help us? And then Mona's like, not tonight. Mona goes inside her apartment and then you see her on her computer, and of course she's got that 3 monitor setup looking really fancy, and behind her is a bunch of newspaper clippings, sticky notes, the whole shebang. She has this huge blown up photo of the Pretty Little Liars board thing, and she has the shovels that Hannah was looking for that connect them to the murder of Rollins / Archer Dunhill. So yeah, Mona seems kind of suspicious. I don't think she was the one that made the game board, but she's certainly involved in it. There's something there. She's part of it, or she's going above and beyond to try and help the girls, which I don't think is the case. I think that Mona has never really truly been able to step away from the game, and she's just back in on it because I would like that to be the case. I would like Mona to be a bad guy because I love her as the bad guy. I mean, to me, Mona can do no wrong, literally. I know that we get down on A for being this horrible person, but you know, we've learned to love Mona. Mona's one of the best characters on the show, so I won't even be mad if she's still part of the game and she's tormenting the girls. So yeah, that's what's going on with Mona. I love her. I still think she's part of the game. I don't know what you guys think, but I definitely think that she's not AD. She's part of it, but she's not AD. Because, I mean, part of me was like, as soon as you saw her typing on her computer, I thought it was going to reveal that she was the one that was computerizing Arya's face, but I don't think that's the case. But yeah, so there was that. There was the fact that I think Arya might be done trying to help AD because she got the puzzle piece and then she got her prison report back from AD. So I think that AD might be done with Arya. I'm not quite sure, but you know, finding out that Arya once filled in a police report to file against Ezra because she was mad at him says a lot. Did she find out that he wrote the book and then get really terrified and so filed a police report so he would never bother her and her friends again? Or when did she actually fill this out? Because they said it was 6 years ago, which in Pretty Little Liars time is probably well, I don't actually know. Seasons 1 to 5 went really slow, so maybe it was 6 years ago. I don't know exactly what time she was filling in this police report because it never showed you her doing it. So apparently at one point she tried to file a police report against Ezra, but she changed her mind because you know they're engaged now. So I mean, all water under the bridge. But if Ezra ever found out that she called him a predator, then I don't think that they would still be together. Even though I don't think they should be together anyway. I don't know if I talked about this in the last video, but I've been definitely thinking about it, about how I know there's going to be a wedding in Pretty Little Liars, and I didn't want it to be Ezra and Arya's because Ezra was annoying me and being a terrible fiance. And then in this episode it seems like Hannah and Caleb get engaged, so maybe it'll be their wedding. I know that Caleb said he didn't want the whole shebang, but I feel like he should get that. I feel like Hannah will be that kind of bride who's no, I want a big white wedding. She's probably been planning it ever since she was 12 with Allison. Or maybe she wouldn't share that with Allison. No, I think she would. I almost said that she was planning it with Mona, but obviously she wasn't friends with Mona until after Allison disappeared, but maybe she shared her dreams of a wedding with Mona too. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's a Hannah and Caleb wedding and not an Arya and Ezra wedding. Even though Ezra seemed to be an okay fiance in this episode, you know, he was going to the dance classes and everything, but I still don't know how to feel about them. Still on the rocks. I feel like Arya looked really different in this episode or something. It was because her hair was up. It looked so different, and I was kind of loving it. I was kind of living for it. Mona was totally watching Arya as she was searching for that police report in the store. It was very suspicious. For all we know, Mona slipped that thing under that table. Who knows? But yeah, so I think Arya's thing with AD is over now, because, you know, Spencer was all like to Arya, I think you're taking your turn and you don't even know it, and, you know, she got that joint puzzle piece. So I'm definitely thinking AD played her and just made her think she was being special, when in reality she wasn't. She was not getting any closer to AD than anyone else. She just portrayed her friends for her turn. So that's what I think that was. I don't think it was like anything really special. So I think that's over. We only have 3 episodes left, which I find really hard to believe because of the pace the show is still going. I still feel like it's going really slowly, and it doesn't even feel like there's 3 episodes left. It still feels like there's like a whole season ahead of us. Guys, there's not. And I know that the finale episode is going to be longer than normal. It's going to be like 2 hours. So, I mean, technically there's like 4 episodes left if you're counting like the finale is 2 episodes. And I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling that it's towards the end. I'm not really feeling a sense of urgency to finish this game. I'm just feeling like this is always how they've been. They've just been always wandering around helplessly, and AD sort of just doing whatever they want because they can. Like, I'm just feeling like there's nothing happening. There's no suspense, there's no thrill, there's just, I don't know, it just seems kind of boring right now. And I mean, okay, like, it was kind of exciting to see Peter Hastings freak out and think that Mary Drake bugged their house, but I mean, that was kind of tame after everything. Like, finding out that originally Peter and Peter and Jessica were gonna kill Mary, but then Mary turns around and is like, no, bitch, I'm gonna kill Jessica instead. I mean, that wasn't even shocking. I don't know, guys. Like, the show is just kind of there. There's nothing that I think is so shocking anymore. I mean, I loved the fact that you got to see Mona and you got to see like her room and everything, but even that wasn't even really surprising. I mean, I remember whenever I found out that Mona was A, and that was so surprising. I had no idea it was going to be Mona. I mean, I know that if you read the books, then you knew that the first day was Mona, but I didn't read the books. I didn't know it was going to be Mona. That reveal was amazing. I loved it. And I don't think that it's ever going to get to that level again. It's just, so far it's just nothing, and I need it to be so much more, and it's not, and I don't know, guys. I'm still hopeful. I'm still trying to hope that there's going to be something good to come out of this towards the end, but how many times can I still say that? Because there's like 3 episodes left, and yeah, I don't know. The detective guy's still on the case. He's still questioning people. He didn't really seem scary in this episode. I feel like the last episode when he was interrogating Spencer was probably better. The only thing I really want to say about the last episode, like the episode before this one, is that I really love Spencer. She's so great. She's like a really great character. Like, next to Mona, she's like one of the best characters. And when she was being interrogated by Fieri, she totally held her own. She was totally Spencer. She got that shit. She totally burned him whenever she was like, do you remember that night whenever you accused me of using Archer Dunhill's credit card that you and I were getting it on in an elevator? Like, it was very that, and I loved it. It was so sassy. And so yeah, Spencer's great. She's killing it. She's not leaving her house. Her mom is going to give up being a senator because of Peter Hastings fucking everything up for everyone again. And so yeah, that's what's going on. Allison wasn't in this episode because she was out of town, which I really hate, because I feel like the show should really be focusing on the 5 girls, and one of them shouldn't just be out of town in an episode, because I feel like this happened before. Like, Allison is not there as much as she should be. I mean, obviously there was probably reasons for that. Maybe the actress had other commitments or whatever, but still, like, she should still be in the episode. Even though she's not needed in the episode, I feel like she should be there. Obviously in the next episode I can imagine some fallout whenever Allison gets back and she finds out that Mona knows about the game. But I don't know, guys. I'm not sure how to feel. I don't really have much else to say. I told you this was going to be a relatively short video compared to the other ones. But I'm just hoping that things get a little bit better. I think in my last video I was freaking out so much more. I had so much more going on. But yeah, things right now just seem kind of, you know, tame in comparison, which really, like I said, it should be the opposite. We should still be like hyping up, things should still be getting more intense, but it's kind of died down now. The only other thing I want to say before I go is that I can't believe that this whole thing is based on a comic book that Lucas and Charles made when they were 12. I can't believe that that's what's going on. And obviously in the last episode Hannah asks Lucas how this whole thing ends and he doesn't know, and then we saw AD drawing in the comic book, ruining the comic book by drawing at the end, and there was a tree and there was a gravestone that said "Here lies," and you didn't get to see what AD wrote, so that kind of implies that someone's gonna die. Although I feel like at this point that's not going to happen. I feel like it's going to be one of those, kind of like one of those superhero movies where the villain says that the hero is going to die and then the hero comes in and is like, actually no, I'm going to kick your ass instead. And it's going to go something like that because, you know, this whole thing was apparently based on a comic book. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this short-ish video, talking about Pretty Little Liars. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you are still having hope for the show, if you thought this episode was more exciting than I did. And yeah, just let me know what you think, if Mona's in on it or not. I definitely still think she's part of the game, and I wouldn't be mad if she was, because she's amazing. And so yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. The blood test comes back saying, yes, this child is Emily's, so Allison is gonna have Emily's baby, which is kind of insane. Like I said in my last video, I'm like, is that even possible? I don't believe that this happened, but that happened. So Emily is gonna be a mom.